we tried to get with all the neighbors around the property. We invited them over, and we kind of talked to them about who we are as a church and what it is exactly, what the purpose of the facility is. And so going into that, we had some mixed messages from the community, right? They see this development, all these retired people, they have their land, and they're thinking, okay, here comes this big, huge development. What are they doing on the property? And even through the construction phase, right, there was some pushback on being there. But after meeting with the neighbors, it went really, really well. They were it's a relatively Christian community out there, and they were all very welcoming to the idea of the retreat center, the purpose of the retreat center, and kind of the vision of it, right? Not only for our church, but the goal is for it to be open to any, ideally, first of all, Christian community that wants a place to have retreats for their youth, to bring them out, to get them out of the kind of the day-to-day city. So, oh, you can't close that? Oh. Okay, I'm doubling up. All right, so by show of hands, who has not been out there yet? Okay, so several people. So we know coming up, there's a lot of reservations. I think from now until the end of December, I think mid-December, it's booked. Every weekend, there's events already booked. So a lot of the Sunday school classes have it moving forward. So we're trying to add the link to this website. We're working with Fetty, but we're kind of trying to evolve the retreat center website for when it's open to the public and when it's just internal right now. So there's kind of a transition phase until we have the dorms in the next phase, right? The website's not going to be in full use. So right now, until there's a link on the church website, if you want to reserve it, send a message to Monica. Okay, everyone knows Monica, right? So she is kind of working aside with us on trying the kind of the overseeing and the coordination of all of the registration, the events, and the property from that perspective. And I'm kind of working with her on the grounds and the equipment and the tools and all the stuff to keep it running, the maintenance and those things. And so, and David's out there working on the technical stuff, security, the gates. So the only way to reserve it is to reserve it through the Google. Everything's on a Google form too. So once you get with Monica, she'll send you the link. You register. There's a calendar, so you go look at the calendar for the event, the dates that you want, and you register through that. And then you'll get it from that. We get an email notifying that it's booked. That allows that automatically helps us schedule the gate. So the gate should be opened automatically before your event. You don't need a code or anything to get in the gate. It'll be open before the event, and it'll close after the event automatically. But all of this is done through the registration link. So no verbals like, hey, I'm going to use it on the 15th, right? You have to go through the calendar to use that. Yes, Monica? And then, okay. So once you request a date, in the future it'll tell us it'll tell you automatically. But it's, again, right now we're using the Google form. It'll send Monica an email. She'll get back with you saying it's been requested, and she'll approve it or not. Once your event is approved, you'll get an email with the list of instructions, both the check-in instructions and the check-out instructions, and it goes over the rules of the property. Really, that's what we want to talk about. Those forms, the forms are pretty basic, right? So you just go in and you're going to click yes or no. But as you check out, right, this is the event just to register for your event, the Google Sheet. And then there's a checklist right here. Like, did you use the chapel? Let's say no. And then it's a simple little thing you can do on your phone to check out. So far, this part of the procedure has not gone well. Nobody has checked out of the property. Yeah. Just let us know if you can't. But It failed, and then if you click on that other link, it'll go through again. Okay, we'll check it. We tested it today. It does fail first, and then you click it when it fails, and it goes through. But the idea here is that we want to make sure that it's left in the right condition, because no one's out there permanently to do certain things, right? So there's a cleanup crew that comes in after events, but there's a very specific list of tasks and things that we're doing when we go out there. And so making sure that you follow the instructions, and you tell the group using it that they know the rules, and then that as a coordinator or whoever's registering it, that you know how to check out. The trash goes in certain places. There's a closet. You'll see everything's in the instructions. It'll say closet B is basically where everything you need is. We're hoping by Thursday the fridge will be here. And so it has your fridge, your tables, your cleaning. Everything's in one room in the pavilion that you need for your entire event. But you need to follow the instructions so you know where to return. There's grills out there, so if you want a barbecue, we've got barbecue grills. But you need to use them, clean them, and put them back where they go, that kind of thing. So one of the big things we need to talk about is the food and drink. Like, the pavilion is huge. We need you to eat there in the big place with all the tables. Not on the basketball courts and not on the turf soccer fields. So part of the challenge as a church that we're going to have is we want to maintain it. If you're drinking sodas and drinks and Gatorade and stuff on the basketball court, the nice paint, it's all painted blue. It looks really good. All of that's, it's going to eat it away and it's going to peel it off. Also, you got to remember we're kind of out in the rural areas, so there's hogs, wolves, all that stuff that they don't come around during the day. They're gone. But at nighttime, if we're the only property in the neighborhood that's feeding them, they're going to make their homes on our property. So the animals are going to come where the easiest food source is. So we can't eat on the basketball courts. That's like rule number one. There's bleachers. It's a covered pavilion. It's super nice. But no food on the basketball court. On the soccer fields, we have trash cans all over the place now. So there is a trash can for water bottles, whatever it is, for you to reach very easily. We need you to respect that so that we can keep the property good. So to help enforce this not only here but to other groups, there is a cleaning fine. So if you use the property and it spills and they eat, and our cleanup crew comes out there, now we have to bring the power washer out and we have to clean it, and we have to go through a very different procedure. So there's going to be a fine. Right now it's just $50 to whoever reserved it. After the second event, that person won't be able to reserve it again. So if you have 3 coordinators in your class, you're going to run out of, after a couple coordinators, you're going to run out of the ability to reserve the property. Okay, so, we know you're just going to roll to the next person, but eventually we're going to catch you. So just be careful. The other thing is the liability form. There's a 3-story playground for the little kids, the younger kids to play on. So, yes. That's just from the website one, the church one? Is that just on the Good Shepherd? Yes. Yes, so right now it is only for one person. We're working with Fetty on the form. But it's fixed. Monica said it's fixed. So as far as the liability form goes, again, we're going to try to update the process here where it's actually integrated into the website, where the goal is that the coordinator can reserve the spot, and then they are going to receive a link to send out to their class or whatever it is using it. Then each individual person coming will register there, right? That way, if there is a $10 fee, They can register, sign their form, their liability form all digitally, and pay the fee or whatever it is to rent the spot. So right now, though, it's the same as any other event. You need to get a liability form from everyone in your class that's coming to the event. There is a spot on there where we know it's going to be an estimate at first, but it says how many people are coming when you register the event. And so at the end, we need to make sure that you're asking the kids for the liability form. We don't want something to happen and it become a big problem. So coordinators, it's really on you to make sure we still collect the liability forms. As soon as we can automate this, where the coordinator gets a link, and then that coordinator forwards that link off to the class, and then everybody coming would register independently, because then we're going to get we'll make sure we get the liability forms as they're registering. So biggest set of rules from what we've seen so far is food and drink are everywhere on the property, right? And so we want to make sure that food is only in the pavilion where you eat, and then they can take water bottles to the basketball court. I think it's going to be unrealistic if we say no water anywhere to drink, but it needs to be a water bottle or a closed drink, not Cokes and sodas and things like that on the basketball. If you see them as the coordinators, please correct that with them. The soccer field, there's grass and stuff next to it. They can take their water bottles and put them over there. We're not, that's okay. They don't have to walk back to get it. But when they're done, there's a trash can 5 feet away. As they finish the bottle, throw the bottle away. And as you check out, if you go through the checkout list, it goes you through the pavilion, and it's a checkbox. Did you empty the trash? Did you wipe down and you just put a check, 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 so it's easy for you to remember. And then it'll take you to the basketball pavilion. Did you empty the trash? Did you look for drinks? You just put a check mark, and then it goes to the soccer field. So the checkout's very easy. Everything you need to do is there. Monica did a really, really good job with it. As we use it, we're learning and we're tweaking the instructions and things like that. But everybody go. We want it used as much as possible. It's open. I think weekends are getting full. It's available on evenings. The lights will go out at 10 o'clock. So there's lighted fields for everything. You can use it on a weekday, an afternoon as well. And there's lights. At 10 o'clock, though, the lights will go out. And so your event has to end by 10 o'clock. We're just trying to, respect the neighborhood community so it doesn't look like an airport out there all through the night. So it's not only on weekends. You can use it on weekdays if you want to do something with your class. Just know that by 10 o'clock, the event needs to end. Any questions? Oh, okay. Well, enjoy it. We hope you register. It's open, so go out there and use it as much as you want. Just please follow the rules so we can keep up with it and keep it maintained.